Hello everyone, welcome to Programming Pool channel and welcome to Learn Java course. In this video, we'll talk about how to get user inputs. We'll talk first in theory and then we'll do some coding in IntelliJ. But before we dive into the concept, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you will not miss any upcoming videos. How to get user input. In Java, we have a class called scanner that allow us to get input from the user. So Java scanner class allow the user to input from the console. Scanner class belongs to java.util package. So every class that is pre-written in Java JDK that we installed in the first video belongs to package. So scanner belongs to java.util package. It is used to read the input of primitives like int, double, long, short, byte, and so on. User also can enter string value to the console. We can read that. I'll show you that in the coding part. How to import class to the program. So in order to use any pre-written class that is separate from the main class or the class that we are using it, we need to import it. All right. And the way to import it is to either import it explicitly, like import java.util.scanner, and this way we are specifying that we want only scanner class. Or we can use the wildcard, which is wild symbol, which is a star, to import all classes under that package. And that is not good approach, to be honest, because you are importing some classes that you don't need to use. Okay, so it's always better to import it as explicit way. But I'm just showing you that you can do that. How to use a scanner class? So in order to use the scanner class, we need first to create an instance of it, which is an object. All right, and we will talk about class and object later in the course for more details, but do as I am showing you. So in order to use scanner classes, create an instance, scanner input, assign it new scanner, in the brackets system.in. The above statement is creating an object of scanner class and passing system.in as an argument. That means it will read from the standard input stream of the program. That means reading from the console. All right. Now, what are some of the methods that are in the scanner class to use to get input? For example, we have int next int, which is to scan input as integer. Float next float, which is to scan input as a float. Double next double to scan as double. Byte next byte to scan input as a byte. String next line to advance to the next line or to read whatever is in the line, either it's string or whatever. And even if it put a number, it will be reading as a string. Boolean next boolean to scan input as a boolean value. Long next long to scan input as a long. Short and big integer, a big decimal. You can't stop the video here, so you can read it carefully. And let's do some coding in IntelliJ. So now we opened our project Learn Java. First, let's import the scanner class. And as I mentioned in the PowerPoint, you can use the syntax import java dot util, and you can see the option the first dot. You can use the wild symbol to import every class or all classes under util package, or you can only specify scanner class, and you can see the first option. All right, and it's better way to do it this way, so you will not import anything not usable, or you don't need to use it. Now let's create scanner object, scanner input, assign it in new scanner system, dot in. And here is the creating a new object, passing system.in as a parameter to read from console. So follow what I am typing. Okay, now let's take inputs and use the methods that uh, we mentioned in the PowerPoint. Let's start from getting integer is out. Let's put enter. Oops. Let's put integer number. Now let's put here colon. Now you can assign the input to a variable in type int input dot next int, close it. Now let's print the console number. Okay, you can do like you can do, so we can enter some string to enter, so you can tell what did we enter. Now run the code. So here is integer number. Now click on the console and type any number, like let's say 67, 67, press enter. You entered 67. Okay, now to mention that if you use next int, that means you are scanning integers, you can't put double. And let me show you. If you put other than int value, will be, let's say, put number, decimal number, now it will throw an error called input mismatch exception, which is you are entering the wrong data type. All right, I will show you how to handle this where in the later in the course, but for now you just keep adding the right data type. Okay, moving on. Now let's is out enter short number. So it is basically almost same as int. Uh, so we will print to the console immediately. We are not putting no, next short. We are not putting it in a variable. All right, but you can do it yourself. Enter integer. Now enter short number. Right. Now let's comment out the, and here let's comment out all the code here. Let's go to a byte. It's out. Enter byte number. It's out. Will be input dot next byte. All right, and byte is we can enter until 54, and this is byte. Comment this out. Let's put enter boolean value. All right, is out input dot next boolean, and in the boolean you can't insert other than boolean, so it will be either true or false. Okay, true, or you can use false. Okay, this way. Now let's add decimal values, which is like a double. Now next oops, next double, and with double, all right, because double uh, first let's finish this statement. Now you can, but with double you can enter like with no decimals, all right? Because double, but it will print it as, you see, double. It's just casting, internally casting, all right? Whereas if it was integer and then you put double value, it will throw an error, all right? Just be careful. Now let's try to add the other methods. So now I enter the rest of the methods: float, next big integer, and big decimal, and a long. All right, so let's run the program. Now I will show you float, so it will be 65.6. Big integer, any integer. Big decimal, you can put any big decimal. Long number will be any number. Now let's insert. Now let's comment out everything here, and let's insert your name, which is string value input dot next line. Right now my name is, so let's put Nabil. Now it's printing Nabil. You can even add a number, any number, it will print it as a string. All right, and you can either as next or next line. All right, you can use next. Okay, and the only thing is when you add next line, it will add line. All right, and the next, it will not add line after reading the line. Now I will show you a case where we use import number. After that, immediately we use next line. All right, now let's run the program. I will show you what will happen. Now long number, press any number, then press enter. You see, now immediately the program finished. So it immediately scanned empty line and skipped the entering name. And why is that? Because when we use input dot next long, it is not consuming the next line to the next line. So it's staying the same line. And what is happening here when you use next line, this method next line is consuming that line which is empty, then it is printing under here. You can tell that there is an empty line here. All right, and then the program is done. So in order to fix this problem, the next line, you just put input dot next line. Okay, this way you will consume the line and then it will let you enter the name. So let's put the number here and now enter the name. Now everything is working fine. Or you can solve the problem by using next. All right, if you use next, you don't have to add that. Okay, now Nabil. All right, and now once you're done scanning or your program done scanning, it is good idea to close the scanner because you don't want to keep scanning from the console. Then it will have some errors or like memory leaks and stuff. So it will be input dot close. So this way you are closing the scanner, and after this line of code, all right, the scanner is closed. You cannot access it. Input dot, like, let's say next line. All right, now let me show you what will happen. So long number, this is the long name, Nabil. Enter long number again. All right, now exception in thread. illegal state exception, and this is scanner closed. And because we already closed the scanner, so you can't access it after that. So it is good approach to close the scanner once you're done scanning. Now we are done learning getting input from the user. We learned in this video how to import as class from a packages, how to create object instance, how to use a scanner, all right? And we can get user input with different types: int, short, float, double, and string. In the next video, we will learn about loops or iteration in Java. It is a very important topic, so don't miss that. Thank you for watching. See you next video.